Hello everyone, welcome to the Real Estate Experience, where on today's episode you ask the questions and I provide the answers. I've got so much commotion going in the background. There's kids that are walking past and I am just leaning in on the camera here. And those of you who are on YouTube, hit that subscribe button so you can get notified on absolute fire drop moving forward. And those of you who are on iTunes, SoundCloud, World Star, Hip Hop, whatever it is, leave that 5-star rating or any rating that you have and leave the feedback. It's much appreciated what you do leave, and comment below on topics that you would like for me to cover moving forward. And one thing I just want to mention is, if you haven't already heard about it, the 31-day challenge that I recently re-rolled out just due to popular demand of tactical ways, strategies, where I hold your hand along the process to get your first deal or even your next one that you're working towards. So go ahead and visit sterlingwhiteofficial.com. That is sterlingwhiteofficial.com. I'm super excited, and my head is nice and shaved and very slick, and there's a little bit of glare on there as always. So that's when you know it's a fresh shine, when you've got the glare and everything. So today's question is, what is one of your favorite things to do when taking over a property? So this is post-acquisition. And my favorite thing to do, since I'm more on the marketing side, I enjoy marketing. I enjoy sales, but more marketing is my bread and butter, and being able to take an idea and then push it out into the marketplace. So rebranding. Rebranding a property to a community. I love just calling it a community because this is where people live and they want to have a community in a place that they ultimately call home. And by rebranding it's just changing the name. That's one of the things to first start off with. So the most recent acquisition, it was formerly Rockwood Apartments and renamed it to Remington on Rockville. I give a shout out to the Chief Operating Officer Vanessa on renaming it to that. Great name. And then changing out the signage. So demoed the previous signage, upgrade it with the new name, and then also on the online presence. So going to Google and changing the Google My Business page, or if it doesn't have a Google My Business page, then creating one. And just think about yourself when you're looking. Those of you who are in living in an apartment, the first thing that you generally go do is you do a Google search. And one thing is you look at the reviews and you want to see if it has an online presence and see what's exactly going on. So you're doing your research. So if you're able to set up properly the branding, then that allows you to get much more traffic. So there is the rebranding, so changing out the name and then upgrading the signage, and then going to posting the community on those platforms such as Zillow, HotPads, Apartment Guide, apartments.com, to where when someone searches for apartments in that specific neighborhood, then yours comes up. And then additionally, other things that you can do is creating a social media for that as well, to start posting content. Because the thing is, if you're posting content, whether that is the updates that's happened at the community, the things that you're doing at the community, whether that is a pool party or a Thanksgiving giveaway to a family that's on site, and posting that content, that allows you to show up much more in the search engines over your competitors, because a lot of competitors don't post content through their social media. And that's one thing I've really wanted to push to our team, to start posting content on these social media platforms. So those are the things I want to mention with the rebranding. It really helps, especially if the property has had a bad stigma and there's been complete mismanagement. There's leasing agents that aren't really showing up to appointments for the showings. Maybe there's been crime at the property as well. So if you rebrand it, the residents as well as other people see that, okay, there's a fresh start. There's a new sheriff in town, is what most people like to say, and that there's new ownership that's actually going to care and turn this property around. So that's one of my favorite go-tos, is the rebranding. And then also tackling things on the exterior as well, which really makes it pop. So the landscaping is always a good thing, especially if it hasn't been taken care of, and then painting the outside if that's in your budget as well, and if that type of property could use painting on the outside. So those are those types of the amenities or the value add that I look for post acquisition on the property. Is just firstly doing a rebrand. So I'll catch you on the next episode. Comment below on what's your go-to thing that you do post acquisition. I'll catch you on the next episode. Thank you. Thanks for listening to The Real Estate Experience. If this has brought you any value, please subscribe and leave a 5-star rating. It would mean the world to me. Now go out there and crush it.